look in the mirror, man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. This is an educational video, documentary. Now, what I'm going to talk about how modern women, black women in particular, are actually dying from being lonely. They're living miserable lives from being lonely, and it's all because they have a strong sense of entitlement. It's amazing how women want to be equal, all right? They want to be equal. They want equal rights, but yet they do not want to treat the man equally. They want the man to be traditional, but yet they want to be modern. They want the man to be the protector and the provider, but yet they don't want to be feminine. They don't want to be humble. They don't want to have a good attitude. It's not equal. Okay, so we're going to cover that about this sense of entitlement right now. Give me a moment as I pull it up.
Of the issue. There's a glaring, almost laughable contradiction going on today. Many women, not all, but many, feel they deserve a man who's all in financially, providing 100% while they on their end contribute what? A mere 5%? 10% at best? This is the paradox I'm dissecting today. You don't have to be a mathematician to realize that something doesn't add up here. We've got women out here waving the flag of independence, claiming they don't need a man, claiming they can do it all themselves until two things happen. They get older and the stress of work and bills start setting in. Then
Exactly. This is when women realize they fuck up. When they realize that they're older, they want someone to hold at night. They want someone to love on them. They want someone to help them with the bills and stuff like that. Then all that second wave feminism ideology goes out the window. Now they want to go ahead and be what they are designed to be, a helpmeet to a man. They want a man to come into their lives and save them. They want a man to come into their lives and soothe them. Only after they have wasted their prime years being a time when they are the most attractive, when they are the most beautiful, when they had the whole world damn near in their hands like an oyster, when they thought it was theirs. After they get older, after they gain weight, after they have 2 or 3 babies, maybe 2 or 3 baby daddies, after they have crow's feet across their face and wrinkles and gray hairs, now they want to have a man. Now they want to be exactly what God designed them to be, which is a helpmeet, a helper, an assistant, a subservient to a man in the patriarchy.
stress of work and bills start setting in. Then suddenly it's all about finding a man who's ready to provide 100%. But there's a catch not many women are ready for. You see, compatibility with a man who's a 100% provider isn't a free ride. It comes with its own price, and that price is submission. You cannot expect a man to give his all financially and accept nothing but attitude in return. A relationship.
Everything has a price. Everything in life costs. You want a 100% provider or you want a good man, then it's going to cost you, lady. It's going to cost you your submission. You got to be submissive. You got to be.
Relationship is a two-way street. So if you're asking for traditional, you have got to give traditional. That means if you want a man to step up, you have to be willing to play your part too. It's not about being regressive, it's about understanding the balance. In psychology, there's something called the equity theory. It tells us that for a relationship to feel satisfying to both parties, there has to be a fair exchange of contributions and rewards. People have to feel like they're getting a fair deal. This doesn't necessarily mean an even 50-50 split in all things, but rather that each partner feels they're getting as much out of the relationship as they're putting in.
Exactly. It's unfair when a woman comes to a man with a whole bunch of different babies from different men, come to a man with a bad attitude, and they are extremely unpleasant and they don't want to submit to a man. It is unfair for a man to give all of his assets, resources, and time to a woman who refuses to humble herself to that man.
If a man is expected to foot all the bills and a woman contributes minimally, this imbalance will lead to resentment and there will be a disconnect. Back in the day, gender roles weren't even a topic of discussion. A man provided and a woman took care of the home and kids. It wasn't something that was even up for debate. And guess what? Women statistically reported being happier, but then the world shifted. Women...
Exactly. When I've been to other countries, you go to Middle East or Japan, for example, all the women who are submitted to the patriarchy, where men rule, they were happier women. They never felt like they was in bondage or slavery, like today's black women like to say. When you are doing what you're supposed to do, doing what it is that you're designed to do, ladies, you will be happier. But when you try to act like you have nuts like a man and a dick like a man, and run shit in a masculine way like a man, then you will not be happy ever in your life.
But women statistically reported being happier, but then the world shifted. Women fought tooth and nail for the right to work, to be independent, to stand on equal footing with men. You wanted modernization? You got it. You wanted equality? It's here. You wanted financial independence? You earned it. You demanded a seat at the table? Now you're seated right at the head. But all this fighting came with a trade-off that women were not prepared for. Now that you got all you fought for, you're looking over the fence, wondering if the grass was greener. This is depicted perfectly in the study done in 2009 named The Paradox of the Declining Female Happiness. It reports a significant and steady decline in women's happiness since the 1970s, despite increased opportunities and rights. The current state of society makes it a high-stakes gamble for a man to be a 100% provider. The game has changed, and the rules are not what they used to be. Back in the day, a man knew what he was signing up for. Women had clear roles, and the expectations were set in stone. But now,
that's when gender roles was supported and celebrated. Now, thanks to feminism, women are not happy. According to that report, women are less happier than they ever been in their entire lives. Women are not happy because they're not doing what they're supposed to do, which is shutting the fuck up and letting a man rule. I'm just telling you how it is in a street way. Women need to shut their fucking mouth, be humble, pick good men. Pick good men, not Pookie, Ray Ray, and Nook Nook. You shut the fuck up and follow a man's lead when you pick the good man. But you don't want the good man because the good man is not attractive because he's not toxic. The good man is a lame. The bad man gives you all the excitement you need, but for some reason you want to submit and shut the fuck up to them, and look where it got you. You have to be wiser. You don't have no discernment, no wisdom, no understanding. You don't even have no direction on where you're supposed to be going. You have to learn quiet. Being quiet is very important. Not running your mouth. That's why I say shut the fuck up and listen to a good man's direction.
nowadays, it's like navigating a minefield blindfolded. Today, you've got women actually branding themselves as bad bitches and thriving on male attention. It's a whole new world. Everyone's chasing likes, followers, and validation from strangers on the internet. So when a man thinks about being the sole provider, he's not just investing financially. He's taking a very real leap of faith in the unpredictable dating market. Investing 100% in a woman today is like playing the stock market. Sure, it can definitely be rewarding, but the risks are sky high. You don't know if your investment is going to bring returns or if it'll plummet the moment the opportunity comes along. It's not just about money. It's about where her attention and loyalty lie.
Exactly. If you got a woman who stays on social media and she cares about likes and views, she's going to do anything for them. She's going to dress like a hoe. She's going to talk like a hoe. She's going to always disrespect you, okay? If a woman cannot have loyalty to you, she's not for you. Leave her the fuck alone.
I want to be clear here. I'm not throwing shade at working women. If you want to work, excel, and climb that corporate ladder, that's awesome. Do you? But know this. This is a situation where you cannot have your cake and eat it too. You can't demand a man to cover 100% while contributing almost nothing. That's not a partnership, that's charity. And it's not just unfair, it's unsustainable. So what's the takeaway here? Be real with yourself. What do you truly want and what are you willing to give? Equality is not just about taking. It's about giving, sharing, and supporting each other. It's not like it's 100% from one side and 5% from the other. It's about both parties bringing their all to the table and creating a life that's 100% together. So with that being said, until the next video.
There you go. A lot of you are unhappy. You're dying from loneliness. You're dying from unhappiness simply because you won't shut the fuck up and humble yourself and submit to the patriarchy of good men, not these trash men that you fucking with. Good men who are hardworking men, men who work 9 to 5s, okay? If you want to be happy, that is the solution. You need to look at yourself, change your ways, stop being independent, and start depending on a man. That's what your nature is. That's why you have so many troubles and so much problems. All right, y'all, let me know what y'all think about this. You have a good one now. You hear?